What is going on, guys? Welcome back to JoeLooks. So in today's video I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on which I think is better between the Yeezy 350 V2 and the Adidas Ultraboost Uncaged. So these are both 2016 releases. I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on which one I think is more comfortable, which one I think looks better, and which one is stronger, so which one can take more wear and tear if you're going to wear them as your beater shoes. Let's jump straight into the video. Okay guys, so we're going to be talking about how comfortable the shoe is. So we're first of all going to be starting with the Uncaged Ultraboost, and this material on top is just second to none. This makes it such a comfortable fit with the fact that it's like so breathable around your shoe. It's not at all tight on like the top of your foot in any way. You've got the sort of mesh thing up here that makes it a really comfortable fit as well. It almost feels like you're wearing a sock rather than an actual shoe. The boost in these is of course notable in the fact that, you know, it's boost technology, so it's ridiculously comfortable to walk on. It's like walking on a cloud. So yeah, these are ridiculously comfortable. Next we're going to be talking about how comfortable the Yeezy 350 V2 is. Another boost shoe, so it's ridiculously comfortable in that sense. Just as much bounce back in the heel here for when you take that first step. It's about the same, obviously, because it's still boost. It's a nice and relaxed fit up at the top here, because anyone that's seen these on feet, this doesn't actually go straight to your ankle. There's a bit of giveaway here, which is nice for when you extend your foot this way, it's not digging in. So that's a nice and really comfortable feature to this. The only notable uncomfortable feature this shoe has that I've found is this stripe that goes along the top. Up here, if you tie the shoe too tight, as you can see it's on the inside here as well, it just really gets pushed down into the top of your foot because it is such a thick line. So you kind of have to wear these not tied up all the way, otherwise you can really feel it in your foot. If you can't tell already, I'm going to say that the most comfortable shoe out of the two of these is the Ultraboost Uncaged. Okay guys, so we're going to be talking about which one I think looks better out of the two visually. So we're going to be talking about the Ultraboost first, and my favourite thing about this is the fact that it's the all black Ultraboost here. To my knowledge, I think this was the first shoe they released that had the black Ultraboost on it, all the rest have been white. And that is a very notable feature about these shoes. I love the material that we got here on the top, the fact that it's all knitted rather than just one grey colour. You can see that it's like grey and black and a little bit of blue in there, and it's all just scattered and blended as if it's really been knitted, which I'm a big fan of. But if I had to pick one thing which visually I don't like about this shoe, it would be the three stripes here. I get why they've done it, because the old Ultraboost used to have the three stripes here on the side, and these are the Uncaged, so they had to take those off. But I would have preferred if they had just done the same imprint there and it'd still be an uncaged version, because I just think this ruins the look a little bit. It doesn't really blend in, it's just the whole shoe and then they stick these right on the end. So yeah, it's definitely my least favourite visual thing about this shoe, but you know, it's still a crazy shoe. Next we're going to be talking about visually the Yeezy 350 V2. I like that there's a big calling card on these, which is definitely what this has. You know, if you're walking down the street, you're going to be noticed that it's got a huge line on it rather than just an all black shoe. So visually, I love this feature. I also love that at the bottom here, it doesn't meet all the way. It kind of goes all like scattered and runs out right at the end, as if it is an actual piece of paint that's gone along like that, and then they ran out of paint at the end here. That's the impression that I get that they were going for with these. These shoes definitely come out at the back as well in the design. When you're wearing them, your foot ends here at this part, and then it carries on here, so it makes them look really wide, which at first I was really sort of like not a fan of when I was wearing them, because they just looked like I had giant shoes. After a while you do get used to it, and it looks pretty cool. You know, I don't actually mind the look of it anymore. It started off being really weirded out to me, but I kind of gotten used to it. So if we're talking which one is better looking, I'm gonna have to go with the Yeezy 350 V2 by a fairly big margin. I'm a big fan of the way that this shoe looks. Okay guys, so finally we're going to be talking about the strength of these two shoes. And the Ultraboost I have owned for 3 months, whereas the Yeezy I've only owned for 1 month. So starting with this shoe first, we're going to be talking about the strength of it. A notable place you can see that wear and tear has happened to is the actual Ultraboost itself. If you look at the top here, there's some cracking that's happened. If you really look, you can see that just through wearing it so much, you can see it starting to have cracked away and sort of been squashed down, which is expected, but it's not really what I wanted. There's no major damages to the underside of the shoe, other than you can see that the Ultraboost in this part here is going a bit yellow and everything, but that's the underside of the shoe, so that's the part that's going to be taking the most damage every time, so you can't really get mad at that. But at least there's nowhere that's been like torn in the boost underneath it. This guard has actually done a really good job of it. But overall, for how much I've been wearing these shoes, that is not bad at all. Like I said, I've been owning them for about 3 months and there's no major rips or damages or anything like that. So that's pretty good for these shoes for how long I've been owning them. Like, I am really happy with that. Next, we're going to be moving on to the Yeezy and talking about how strong this shoe has been in the month that I've owned it. So along this part here, if you really look, you can see that the boost has started to come away from the material, which isn't ideal because you don't want that to just rip off or anything or be substantial damage to this area here. The bottom of the shoe is not doing as well as that one is. This one is much more yellow and brown and just sort of a bit more fucked than the other one is, which again, I've only worn it like 6 or 7 times out in like, not even like rainy conditions. I live in the UK, so it's always slightly rainy conditions, but yeah, there's no real reason it should be this bad after that many wears. So if we're wrapping it up and talking about which shoe I think is stronger out of the two of these, I'm gonna have to give it to the Uncaged Ultraboost, because if you think I've been having these for 3 months and they look in this good condition, then that's just gonna be lasted for about a year. Whereas if I've had these for a month and I'm already noticing things about them with less wears than this, then I don't think in 3 months time this shoe's going to look as good as it does now. So I'm going to have to give the strength to the Ultraboost. Okay guys, so that looks like it is 2-1 in favour of the Ultraboost, because although I think this is visually better, this one's still visually appealing and more comfortable and stronger. So yeah, no brainer, I'm going to have to give the victory to the Uncaged Ultraboost. And that's the end of today's video. So as always, my name has been Joe Lux. All I ask is that if you have enjoyed this video, please check out a couple of the others and at least consider subscribing. You know, if you like what you see, subscribing would really be a big help to me. And yeah, as always, my name has been Joe Lux. Thank you very much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.